We are live, so let's go full guy.
Now is the time. ABC is the place.
This fall, Lee Majors takes it to the limit.
Who are you? Burt Reynolds. You ain't Burt Reynolds.
Lee Majors returns to television as Hollywood's craziest crash artist and hottest stuntman.
Sometimes I'm Robert Redford.
Catch a new spirit of action and adventure. Fall Guy.
Wednesday's the night. ABC is the place.
Wednesday, Colt squeezes out every ounce of life in one death-defying stunt.
You're gonna need the nerves of steel for my plan. Guess who's gonna be the bait?
On the Fall Guy.
There's danger in the roller derby for the Fall Guy.
You want me to fight the women's team?
Hey, it'll be fair. You'll be wearing equipment.
Jody's gone undercover in the skating ring,
Drugs? Drugs is a noun. Fill me in with adjectives and verbs.
and she's rolling into a death match. Can Colt win a race for her life
The whip! Give him the whip!
on the next Fall Guy?
Monday at 5 on Channel 11.
Saturday, the Fall Guy's got a date with Elvira,
Did you hear something?
awakening all the creatures of the night.
You're not afraid of a few ghosts, are you?
The Fall Guy.
That's a good show. Let's watch that.
Nice.
But welcome.
Good
How are
evening,
you?
everybody. All good?
We're good. We're off.
All good to go. And I'm not going to sing the song.
I might. I've heard it so many times.
Yeah, it's very charming and it's quite iconic. But when you hear it again and again and again, when you've been watching episodes, it gets a bit sort of like, oh, for God's sake,
Yeah.
it's like just. I'm your no stump man. But no,
Ah,
it
you're
has its charm.
You're crackling again already.
Oh, that's probably the singing.
But
Yeah.
I could read the lyrics.
Yeah.
We'd be here all night.
Hey, Buckwell.
Yes. Hi, Ian. The announcers back then, they knew what they were doing. Tonight,
Oh, yes.
I'm Night Rider.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't really get sort of
Right.
trailer voice guy on TV anymore, do you? That's not really a thing anymore.
No,
No,
I
no, it's
can't
not.
remember the last time I see you because right, the theme tune, sing the theme tune, indeed. Well, we'll go to this. Might as well start. The theme tune is what got the series going. I heard.
Yes, I wasn't aware of this because I saw an interview with Glenn Larson, and he did say that they basically just sang the song as the pitch, and that was it. And can you imagine if Brandon Todikoff went, nah, I'm not interested, mate. Do
Yeah.
something else.
It's a
Give me a
song.
talk.
I'm not sure
Yeah.
without.
Yeah,
But-
you do listen to the words, and you think, well, there is some sort of story there. There's maybe an idea there, but that's a big risk when you think about it. It really is. Just basing it on a song that you've just come up with. Yeah.
Exactly. I've got a song. Let's turn it. Well, Convoy. Didn't they do the same with Convoy? Or did the song come after that?
Quite. No, I think the song came out, and then the film came because of the song. With
Right.
Cowboy. Yeah, the other way around. Yeah.
Rubber duck. So yes, here we go. It's got some pictures. There's
Hey.
Colt Beavers. I'm not sure who that is. Or I'm guessing is that supposed to be Heather on the back? I don't know.
Quite possibly.
Or general ladies, but yes. Don't miss it.
Of course.
Yeah. Hollywood stuntman, part-time bounty hunter, fun time good old boy. But there's a few of these. It's quite yes. Who's he after this time? Young girls from the Master of Mind Control. Now, I think that's the episode Heather Locklear turns up in. She's in 2 episodes as 2 different characters.
She is, yes, and Wings Hauser is in one of them as well with her.
Yes, I think this might be the
Michael
cult
Friend.
one, isn't it?
The cult one with the monks sort of thing, monkish
Yeah.
sort of brown coats. Yeah.
I'm not sure who designed these costumes for the ladies, but it might be a man.
Probably was. Yeah.
And then Everglades, they sort of get his features right, but they don't get his hair right. But
No, I've seen these sort of advertisements before. That there's loads of Knight Rider ones that are in these sort of black and white imagery where they've sort of been hand drawn very quickly with, the main actor holding
Yes.
the gun with the girl, and there's like an action scene behind them tonight, sort of thing. And yeah, And again, this is something we never really got in the UK with shows. Like this was really an American thing in the TV mags, wasn't it?
Definitely was the TV guide. And then there's the last one, Elvira.
Yeah, she is.
She was in 2 episodes as well, but the second one wasn't. The last 5th season wasn't as good, unfortunately.
Yeah.
All right, let's remove that for a second.
There we go.
Yes, when TV shows air once a week, I guess the theme songs for the shows made more sense. Now you can stream the whole shows back to back. Yeah, because the first season it has the intro that's like 2 minutes.
Then
it has another minute or 2 minutes story of what he is and who he does, what he does. Before the show even starts, it's like, here's the intro. There, great. And then it's, I'm Colt Stevens. I'm a Hollywood stuntman. And then my part time, I do bounty hunting, and then more adventures, and then into the show.
And I guess, week to week, it probably wouldn't be as annoying. But as Ian just said, if you're watching it back to back, you think, oh, can I just skip it, please? Yeah.
Yes, Dr. Impossible. This is true. I forgot about this. Yeah, I was going to bring up. Yeah, that's not a complete series in the UK. What is it? Up to 3, wasn't it?
2.
2.
1 and 2, and that's it. And I mean, I was tempted to maybe buy them, but it just feels wrong to sort of just buy half a show rather than having the whole thing. And as you've said, and as we discussed off camera, I'm surprised it hasn't been put onto Disney Plus, considering the resurgence of the Fall Guy franchise with Mr. Gosling.
Yeah.
You think they would, give it another rebirth or give it another reissue of some kind. At least put it on streaming of some sort.
At least, yeah. Because the only copies I can see of 3 and 4 and 5 is like recorded off Bravo in the 90s. So
that's pretty much it, yes. Yeah, so, there's no official release. I mean, I don't think there's any in Germany or Europe or Australia.
No, I didn't see any.
No.
Worldwide.
Yeah, it looks like it's one of the few shows that we've covered that hasn't had a full DVD release, which is a shame. Yeah.
Yeah, Street Hawk and Manimal could get them. Sure, just some love for Cult. This is the other thing I thought. Oh, Cult Sleevers, Fall Guy, big show, 5 seasons. But yeah, there's barely any trivia about the show either.
There isn't much. No, considering this was 20th Century Fox, Glenn A. Larson, all the big names involved, and Lee Majors being one of the big names of this decade.
Oh yes,
I'm surprised it hasn't had much love over the years.
No, it's ridiculous. I thought. So it came out December 7th, 81. I should say it finished in 1986. So, and then, although there's Lee Majors, Douglas Barr, Heather Thomas as the main 3.
Yep.
And then who's big? Who's the woman in the first episode? First season was Big Jake, or whatever his name was, Jack. I've forgotten her name now.
Yeah, she was the one who gave him the missions. She was like the lawyer. Yeah, she was only around for the first series, and then she was replaced by Marky Post for the rest of the series after that.
Yes, but I can't see any reasons. Did you find any?
No, I couldn't see any. It just says she was no longer in it, and she was replaced with so and so. That's it. There's no reason. It just says the change happened.
Yeah, normally, even like the A-Team and all that, Knight Rider, when people get changed out, you hear about the drama, but nothing.
Yeah. Yes, Samantha Big Jack. Yeah, Joanne Flug. I can't.
That's it. I'm glad I got you to say.
Yes, it.
Yes, it's same with Heart to Heart. This is Heart. She's gorgeous, and when they met, it was murder. Yeah, that was another long intro. Yeah, he's a self-made millionaire, and she's gorgeous. That's all she needed. Good evening, Adrian. Welcome.
Hey, Adrian.
So yeah, 5 seasons, and you'd be hard pressed to find, apart from the hairstyle of Lee Majors, nothing changes in the whole 5 seasons.
Not really. He does look pretty much the same. I mean, you do see an evolution with some of these lead actors when they have like a long run. Like Don Johnson, his hair all changed. Hasselhoff, his hair changed and shrank a few times, but Tubbs grew a beard and then he got rid of it. But Lee Majors looks exactly the same in every season. Yeah, from what I've seen of some episodes and pictures, same style, no sort of beard, nothing. Just still the same.
No, it's because in $6 Million Man, which he did, was it 70s? He has a moustache in 1 season, which is about the only change he has.
Okay, I don't recall that, but
big tash. I think it might be the last season of that one.
Okay.
And then when this came along, he was looking because people get saying it's the $6 million man, and even in Scrooge, she referred to as that.
Yes, he was. Yes. I keep forgetting.
There's not a hill of beans about that, but so yeah, he wanted something completely different from a robotic man, serious. So he came across this, and this lasted 5 seasons, so that did pretty well. He had 2 decades of a top-rated show.
Absolutely, yeah. It was. I mean, from what I've heard, the ratings were pretty good, and it was popular. And this was a time when people did watch the main lead. They weren't really interested in many of the stories they were telling. They just wanted to watch the lead actor every week do something. That's the way television was back then.
And this may have something to do with it. If I can share my screen.
Yeah.
Right, here we go.
Of course. Good morning.
Good morning, indeed. Yes, as Ian says, women didn't need to be successful, just attractive. Another world. But yeah, she was sexy, smart, and gorgeous because she was training to be a stunt woman, and then I think she was like a director by the time. She was certainly behind the scenes more.
Yeah, and I do think the blue bikini definitely became a staple in most of our memories. Yeah.
Well, so like some of these pictures are spoiled because she was always in danger, but up for a fight.
She was never the damsel. She was never the bimbo that always gets tied to the railroad track. She was always, she was prepared to do some driving, do some punching, and help out Colt. And Heather's a real bombshell. She's definitely up there in terms of outright top women of this decade. Up there with Daisy Duke, I'd say. Yeah.
Well, yes. Because I think we said that 2 Heathers do appear in 2 episodes together.
That's it.
Heather Locklear went off to do TJ Hooker.
That's it. Yep.
And there's these famous doors.
That's the iconic shot. Yeah.
Wait. But yes, it was just innocent fun. Like I said, something for the dads.
Yep. And something for dads and their sons to watch. They can watch this together. Exactly. Yeah.
Choose a Heather. Right. It's too non-PC for a reshowing on Disney. I'm still waiting for a complete Falcon Crest. Bloody hell! How many seasons is that? That went on a few years, didn't it?
Must have done.
Wasn't that like? I remember that. Was it lunchtime after the news or on ITV? Or am I too far old?
Sounds familiar, but no memory yet.
Yes, there you go. He had 2 hits action series: 6 Minutes and The Fall Guy. Well, Hasselhoff had Knight Rider and Baywatch, so he
did. Yes, yep.
He wasn't doing too bad having 2 hit shows. Most people. Oh, my PC just froze for a second. That was scary. Oh yes, if Network had survived, I can imagine releasing a complete Fall Guy DVD series. Shame they closed down. Yes.
Yeah, they might have got it, but we don't know if 20th Century Fox still have a lid on this. I mean, that issue, I don't know. But as far as I know, the DVDs that are available, they are through 20th Century Fox. That's what they are on the packaging. So I just don't know why 3, 4, and 5 haven't been made available. There's no information regarding it.
I don't know if it's we're just guessing that it could be they haven't got a cleaned up copy and they can't be asked to do it.
Maybe it's that, but as we just said, with the success of the movie, you'd think it would have been a no-brainer, an absolute no-brainer.
Yeah,
but
I guess maybe they were spiteful because they don't have the rights to the movie or something. Because it wasn't.
Yeah. The only other thing I could think of is maybe does Lee Majors have a say in it, or is there something to do with Glenn Larson's estate? Maybe because I know there's certain rules with some of the shows. I don't know.
Yeah, there's nothing anywhere information, but
because
Lee and Heather do turn up in the Fall Guy film.
I didn't see the film.
It's all right, but apart from he's a stuntman, that's about the link.
Yeah,
the tenuous link.
Yeah, because I saw the trailer and I was thinking, okay, this is Gosling, this is more action. Look at me, I'm so cool. And then as soon as the title came up, I was like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. If they're really going to call this Fall Guy? And I was like, no, I'm out. Don't care.
Yeah, I didn't go to the cinema. I didn't watch it at home. It wasn't bad, but it isn't the Fall Guy because he does investigate a missing person. That's about as much as it is. He's not a bounty hunter or there's no doesn't have a team or anything like he does in the show. Just him on his own and flirting with Emily Blunt.
And do you honestly think that if they just called his character something else and called the film something else, it still would have been successful?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
'Cause
Yeah.
people were saying half the people, or most of the people that went to see it, didn't realize it was a TV show from the 80s. So
No, it was a bunch of girls who just want to look at Gosling. That's the only people who really were interested. Changed my
And
mind.
nothing to do with Gosling. Bless him. Yes, Chips was decent. That ran 70s, 80s, didn't it?
It did, yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, the Major Scrooge cameo counts as the third hit. He is
It
a highlight.
does, yeah.
It
It
is,
is, yeah.
A minigun.
It does, yeah. It's a good opening, yeah.
Yes, indeed. No, I got some toys. Right.
Oh,
so
yes.
I got. Let me go big for this.
Oh, yeah.
Show more. So I
Cool.
got the truck,
Nice.
the original ETL line, little toy. Then I got the pull toy.
Very, very cool.
Focus, you bastard. Now I bought this one originally because I thought, oh, I can't afford the good ones, so I'll buy the cheap ones. But then I thought I'll paint them. But then I got this and did such a shit job painting it. I thought
It looks fine. Yeah, it looks fine to me. It's even got the logo on the bonnet. So
exactly, it's the main thing, isn't it? That's what we want. I didn't touch that. I painted the sides.
Yeah.
I'm not a surgeon. I haven't got surgeon's hand. Now, but there is a second car that I didn't know about until today.
Yeah, the white Trans Am.
Hang on, let me get a picture of it here. It's a Pontiac Firebird, yes.
Yes.
And it's Jodie's.
It is, yes.
And I think it's in 2 episodes.
Yeah, it didn't appear too often. Yeah. Yeah, I
But-
do recall seeing the episode with that, yeah.
I thought I watched it today, and I'll go through go back to those. There it is. Go back. There you go.
There we go.
I don't know. Yeah, ITV4 it shows.
There you go.
But yes,
Yeah,
I would
'cause
like
Oh yes, it is believed that is possibly part of the famous train derailment that happened with Pontiac, and how Knight Rider got a load of new cars, and apparently Fall Guy got a bunch of them as well. Have you heard about this story? Yeah.
No.
Yeah, basically there was this train that was going to Canada full of brand new Pontiacs, delivering it to the dealers. But unfortunately, the train derailed, and obviously a number of cars were completely damaged, completely written off. But because the cars that survived, because they were involved in the train derailment, they couldn't be sold.
Ah.
Obviously, yeah. And then Universal got wind of this, and then they thought, well, hang on, we can do a deal here where we can take like maybe 20 cars or so. And apparently Glenn Larson had something to do with it as well. And he said, well, I'll tell you what, give like 15 to Knight Rider and like give a few to Fall Guy as well. And there you go. There's a few bangers there, and you can like, crash them at will and do what you want. And it's believed that this one is probably from that train derailment. It is allegedly.
Allegedly. Makes perfect sense. But
Yeah, it does, yeah.
I'll believe that. But yeah, it's a very nice car. And there are toys, but I believe because there is a toy this size, but it's probably very expensive.
Very expensive, considering it wasn't the predominant vehicle. The pickup was more popular. You think,
yeah,
if there's a white Trans Am toy out there, well, I dread to think how much it would cost. Yeah.
Disney Fox are sitting on loads of films and TV series that need a Blu-ray release, but judging by the attitude, they seem reluctant to release. Yes, Disney is not a fan of physical media right now.
No, I mean they've even let it out. They've even let it out a lot of their stuff to Sony to do all the distribution rights for that, haven't they? Yeah. So I don't know if that's got something to do with it as well. Maybe I don't know if Fall Guy falls underneath that deal as well, or if not, that's just the Marvel stuff or the actual classic Disney stuff. I don't know. But that's the only name I've heard that's been associated with releasing more stuff at the moment.
Yeah. Oh dear. Yes, we've covered those.
Yeah, I don't mind either. Yeah.
Yes, that is another issue, isn't it? Disney's back catalogue is no longer aligned with Disney's current creative policies because they covered up Daryl Hannah's ass in Splash. So they showed Catherine, whatever her name is, and Agatha all along. You can see hers, but you can't see.
Oh yeah, she's butt naked in the new show that has literally just premiered.
Yeah,
but no, we can't see Daryl Hannah's bum. No,
even though it was covered by long hair anyway. More.
Yeah.
But talking of guest stars,
yeah, there's quite a few. There are some good ones in here, actually. I have to say,
the biggest list ever. Well, I'll just mention because Series 1,
it
had big guest stars of the time because
yes,
but I did notice they weren't always in the same the scene as.
Not really, no. It was done in a certain way where they probably just showed up for like 20 minutes. Yeah, do your scene. See you later.
Yeah, because Tom Selleck was definitely not in the same area.
No,
Lee
he
Majors
definitely
was.
wasn't.
So yeah,
Definitely
season one had some big co-stars. James Coburn, was he in the
Yes.
first episode?
He was in the pilot, yes.
Yes, with lovely ladies.
Hmm.
He was a man about town.
Of course.
Farrah Fawcett, who was the ex Mrs. Majors.
Yes, and I think that was only done because they just finished up divorce proceedings and they wanted to just sort of leave on good terms by her.
Yeah.
Just cameo in for that one scene, and that was it.
Yes.
I believe.
Friends and people said don't do it because they'd had a massive divorce in the tabloids, but she wanted to show that there was no hard feelings between the two.
Yes, that's it.
Then you got Robert Wagner, because Heart to Heart, I guess, was big at the time.
Yeah, it would have been. Yep.
And Jamie Farr. I'm not sure. Quite a chic was needed, but I guess MASH was still going, maybe? I don't know.
It might have done. I think around 81 it might have still been going. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it was in the early 80s. And then Tom Selleck, of course, was big in Magnum coming up. But... Oh, yes, there was Lou Ferrigno. Does crossover a few times, doesn't he?
He does, yes.
Yes, we won't talk about. Although Song of the South isn't that bad. Of all the people have seen it.
No, I'm still trying to find that on Laserdisc, and the prices are just absolutely extortionate.
I nearly got the VHS for like £2, but someone pointed out to the person that's worth a lot more. Don't sell it to him.
Oh, son of a bitch!
Oh, Disney signed a deal with Mill Creek back in the late 2023, but there seems to be all sorts of issues coming out about rights and what releases Mill Creek can offer up for US market. So talk, always right in that.
Yeah, I don't think Mill Creek applies to us. I think that's US only, as far as I know.
Yeah, it's the same as Miami Vice. All the music they played causing issues now. If they didn't release
Song of the South,
thank you. They aren't going to do it these years. Yeah, didn't even get to DVD, that one.
It didn't, no.
I don't know. Nothing beats Jessica Fletcher and the Magnum multiverse crossover. Yeah, that was bizarre because he did Simon and Simon as well.
Yeah, those. Yeah, you'd think these crossovers would have happened, but really, it didn't happen that often at all, did it? Yeah,
no. Special during sweeps, whatever that was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not as rare as it once. I love Mike Myers. I forgot to say hello to you.
Hey, Mike.
But I'll go through the list I wrote down of people I recognised.
Yeah, go on. Yeah.
Terry Kaiser, Doug McClure, who was.
You may remember him from Airwolf and Cannibal Run 2. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Sid Haig, Ed White, who was what was he? One of the Jasons. Clue Gallagher, I can't remember.
Clue Galuga.
That's it. John Vernon, who's Tobin in Everett as well.
Classic.
Lou Ferrigno.
Classic. Yeah.
Erin Gray from Buck Rogers. Henry Gibson, Richard Lynch, Robert Davi, Cassandra Peterson, also known as Elvira, 2 episodes. Halloween specials. Jeffrey Lewis, again in everything back then. Lindsay Wagner, so she was the Bionic Woman.
Yes, she was. Yes, yeah.
Lee Majors continued doing Bionic TV shows with her after that.
I think there was 1 or 2 reunion films they did, wasn't there? I think. Haven't seen them, but I know they did.
Sandra Bullock is in one of them as the new Bionic Woman.
Oh, okay.
Or Bionic Woman Junior or something. Tony Curtis, Priscilla Presley, Britt Eklund, Eric Stoltz as a young lad, Roy Rogers, Jonathan Frakes, Wings Hauser, Dionne Warwick, Jack Black as a kid.
Oh, I missed that one.
I missed that one. I only made it halfway through the 3rd season, and then I watched some of the first episode and last episode of 4 and 5 just to see if I didn't change, and it didn't.
Right.
They were just there was no continuing stories, no cliffhangers, nothing. And then Sybil Danning, Latoya Jackson, Richard Burton. I need to check that one out. I think it might be his voice.
Maybe it was, but
it's credited as Richard Burton. I don't. The link did go to his page. Marshall Teague from Roadhouse. Melody Anderson from Manimal and Flash Gordon. Heather Locklear. And there we go. That's my ones for now because I got tired of writing and copying and pasting.
Yeah, David Hediston from Bond, Felix Leiter,
Oh,
he
cool,
showed
yeah.
up. Yeah, Tony Burton from Rocky,
Ah,
he was
yes.
there. Yes, Paul Williams, Little Linus, he shows up.
Yes.
To see, we mentioned Klugaluga, didn't we? He's always
Yeah.
yeah.
Now you pronounce it right. Yes.
That's it. Robin Riker, she did Airwolf, she did Buffy. A lot of usual faces that you see from a lot of TV shows. Judith Chapman, I think she
Yeah.
came back for a few episodes. Kay Faulkner, that rivalry she had with Seavers in like the
Yeah.
first few episodes in series 1. Just trying to look.
Didn't like her.
Al White. Once you get to the bottom of the list, you start seeing, yeah, even Al showed up. Al Long, he showed up.
Oh yes, Al Young. Yes.
Yep.
Bless him.
Yeah, you need an Asian heavy, just get Al. Yeah. And Turkle, she was in Knight Rider, she was in Street Hawk.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, so yeah, Priscilla Presley, you mentioned.
I didn't see any directors I knew either.
No, there was a few names I recognised who have directed other stuff. I mean, Dan Howler, he was a regular episode, but also he directed the Knight Rider pilot for Glenn.
Ah.
Yeah. Who else? Bruce Kessler, he did a few Knight Rider episodes as well. Paul Stanley did some Knight Rider as well. Sidney Hayers, 2 episodes. Ray Austin,
Yeah.
I think Ray Austin did some Airwolf as well. George Fenemy did Knight Rider as well.
Yeah, they were interchangeable back then.
Yeah. All these sort of actors, they were sort of in that same realm. They would like, obviously it was a different studio, Fox and Universal, but I think in terms of the network, I think that it was the network deals that kept people.
Well, yes, I
on the
guess it was
shows,
before
yeah.
the Fox Network, wasn't it?
Yeah, the Fox network wouldn't have been there. It was just the studio, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because at this point, it was only the big 3, wasn't it? ABC, NBC, and
The other one.
the other one. Yeah, yeah. But you know what I mean. They only had 3 networks at that point. So,
Well,
yeah.
yeah, crazy. We only had 3 channels.
CBS. That's it.
Ah, that's it, right.
There we go,
Yeah.
yeah.
Harry Kaiser. Sorry, yes. Him from what's his name? The dead guy. Weekend at Bernie's.
Oh yes, of course.
And Friday the 13th, Part 7.
Okay.
I can't ask Michael, yes. Yes, Robert Englund was in Knight Rider. We saw him, didn't he?
Yes, he was there. Yep.
And he's got the 6. I think I've got one series of $6 Million Man on VHS, but yeah.
Yeah, that recently did get a re-release. Yes, that's recently come out again.
Typical.
Yeah, of course, but not this one.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I can't comment. I don't know. I mean, unless it was music, that's probably the only thing that might have been edited. But in terms of actual edits of the episodes,
maybe
probably
ITV
not.
did some, but yeah, not on the. I don't know about the DVDs.
No.
Nothing. Like we said, there's not much information anywhere about.
No.
This show.
Anytime I saw it on Bravo or ITV4, all the episodes looked intact from what I saw. It didn't look like there was any cuts to violence or anything like that. But maybe some music, possibly. But
yeah. Right. Hang on. There was some merch though, so I'll bring my screen back up.
Yep.
So there's a board game allegedly that I need to track down.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
From MB Games.
Yes, looks like a rip-off of Monopoly, or just go around the. Yeah, you just go around the board, grab rail jumper, go back 3 spaces. You may go to any grab bail jumper space and turn a stunt card over. Sounds fun. But yeah, of course they put Heather.
Of course they did. Of course they did. Would you expect them
or
to?
Howie left in the back. We haven't mentioned about Howie. He's off
the comedic. Yeah, the comedic sidekick. You always need one of them.
Yeah, because he's the cousin that comes. I think he was in his mid-20s, and yeah, he's been to every university in America and studied something.
Apparently.
But yeah, played by Douglas Barr, who then did some more acting, and then he became a director himself.
That's it. Yeah. And yeah, him and Lee were pretty good on screen together. They had good chemistry. I'd say so.
I need to track this down. The full.
The annual.
I got a Bionic Man annual, but I haven't got a Full Guy annual.
No, I've got a few Knight Rider ones. I've got 118 one, but yeah, they're very hard to find. Yeah, I managed to get a Captain Scarlet one from one of the Comic Cons, and it was still
nice.
like in this. Well, it wasn't still. It'd been put into this sort of plastic sheet to keep it pristine, and got it for a good price. But these are quite sought after, these annuals. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even
I do like them.
The price of the bastards, right? So yeah, there's the front page. £2.95 back in early '80s, which is
wow,
quite expensive. There,
it would have been then, but
yeah,
changed now.
All stunts described in this are shown are dangerous and only performed by highly trained stuntmen.
Of course. Don't try this at home, kids.
No. There was a game. I
Really?
don't think it got released. Yes.
Ah.
So you drove along and then you did stunts. There was like ramps and barriers and stuff you had to do, and it never got released allegedly. I don't know if there's a demo copy out there or an emulator, but I'm gonna.
There might be something, yeah.
There is. I don't know who that is on the front without any facial hair, but that is
that doesn't look like Heather Thomas. That looks like April from Knight Rider. That does, not yes.
Yeah. I'm trying to think who is that. That looks familiar. But yeah, I think the only then we had Look In magazine.
Oh, there you go. That's a blast from the past.
It had an ongoing cartoon or comic book section.
Okay.
With Adventures of Fall Guy.
Okay.
But I couldn't track any good pictures down.
Right.
I knew that banana armor color feature though. But at the back of the magazine was a thing about Lee Majors himself, and then we can see what he was up to back then. His real name is Lee Yearly. Born in Michigan. He's a Taurus. Then studied football scholarship in Indiana, transferred to Eastern Kentucky, and he got a degree in history. And see, separated from Farris Fawcett. Lee Jr. is now 18, and that was in early 80s. Favorite food is steak and beer. His favorite
of course. Good taste.
So he's got a Ferrari's cars. Previous jobs: assistant playground director. I don't know what that is. He's got TV shows: The Virginian, Counselor at Law, Owen Marshall, The Man from Shiloh, Big Valley, westerns. I'm guessing. Film: Steel Agency, The Last Chase, Will Penny, The Norseman, and Killer Fish. I think I might have seen Killer Fish. But favorite TV show is The Fall Guy. Might be biased. He likes professionalism and dislikes rude people.
Right.
And his favorite color is blue. This is the Elvira episode. So Heather Thomas was doing a stunt for Elvira. But, Elvira was a bit catty, as she is known to be. And I don't know if this is going to. No, I can't show it. There's a quote. I'll take it off the screen so I can read the quote. So I get it right. Where she says, because the first episode she's in is season 4, where it's called October the 31st.
Halloween.
Elvira sees Heather Thomas dressed up as her and says, "Oh, gee, that doesn't give you much time to work on your figure."
Shots fired.
And then later on, after she's done the stunt, she congratulates her, but says, "Hey, kid, not bad. With a little magnification on the lens, no one will even know it wasn't me." But that episode is quite famous because it had 4 of the Carradine people in it. John, David, Keith, and Robert in one episode.
Wow.
Yes, I think might be the one. I don't know. There's the film called The Long Riders. I think a lot of them are in, but
okay.
We shall see.
Yeah.
But yes, Lee Major's hair on the annual looks fantastically permed.
It does.
Same one that did Farrah Fawcett's probably. It looks more like Tom Jones on the book. Tom Jones would have made a decent cult boy.
I think he would have.
Yeah, if you've seen Mars Attacks, he's pretty good in that. He can handle himself. Perm looks like Vanderbilt. How dare you people? If Lee comes on, you can apologize.
Oh, yes, you'll have to.
Yes, Lee Major's the dirt digger of UBS TV without Rumpy Pumpy. Is that so? Mr. Dan Torres, yeah. Yes, I can recommend the first Elvira episode. It's quite fun.
It is, yeah.
It's a haunted house, and they've hired it to be used to film a stunt show.
Yeah.
Or a film and the stunts. But yeah, Elvira's on top form.
Yeah, and it is on YouTube.
Yes,
I think it's split into a number of parts, isn't it? It's not in full. Yeah, but you can watch it on YouTube.
But yeah, they're not good now because they're Bravo rips. The one I saw. Yeah, I still remember the late 90s when it was on Sky Television and it was on the Bravo channel. They had a little trailer saying with showing the stunts, and it was purposely showing Colt Seaver's action, but obviously not Lee Majors.
Yes.
And then they said, "That's no more Colt Seavers than it is my own mother." Narration.
So even then they were taking the piss.
Mm.
Love it. So British.
Wasn't even HD.
No, it wouldn't have been at that point. No. No.
But well, we'll go about the opening intro, as we said. It's quite long, and it does feature. It's about 20 scenes from films, as I found out today. Now, I knew about Silver Streak.
Same here. Yep. Yeah.
And about 10 years ago, I saw a film called Dirty Mary, Crazy Larry, where the two people on the run, and it ends with them crashing into a train and it exploding, which, of course, is the first thing you see.
It is, yes.
In the bloody show, and it's a bit of a downer once you know where it comes from. But yes, so the first clip is Dirty Mary, Crazy Larry, and she's not that dirty. The second scene is when he jumps off the bridge. The car goes off the bridge. It's the stuntman with Peter O'Toole, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. Then there's Cassidy and the Sundance Kid going down the river. Silver Streak with the hanging on the signal.
Yeah, that's it.
The Hot Rock, which is a Robert Redford film, when they drive the car into the back of the lorry. Our Man Flint with James Coburn.
James Coburn.
That's the other one I knew. The Poseidon Adventure, when he falls backwards because the ship's upside down into the ceiling.
Yes.
That's weird. And then we get an Elvis film, Speedway, where the car spins out the control on the track. Skyriders, which I have seen, but I don't remember. There's the famous helicopter landing skid when going over the Grand Canyon.
Yeah, good shot that.
It is.
It is a great shot.
You can't see the join or any wires or anything, so he's
definitely not.
in their life anyway. Then they bring back Dirty Mary, Crazy Larry again. Now, there's different variants. So there's Singing in the Rain hitting when he crashes into the barn.
Yep.
And then it shows him jumping into the hay. And then there's Cassidy again, big jump into the river.
The big dive,
Then the Silver Streak again, with us running on the train roof. Skyriders again, which is when it all slows down as he hang glides in.
The hang glider,
And then there's Singing in the Rain, the Blue Max, when the two plane crashes.
Right.
And then a lot of Race of the Devil with the car rolling over, and Moving Violation, which is another 70s action film.
Yeah.
But there you go.
Yeah.
Most of that I didn't know.
Yeah. A bit ballsy to use that much footage that wasn't even in the show. It's I mean, obviously at the time, probably people weren't going to really know if they didn't go to the cinema to see these films, and if they were that old, they wouldn't have remembered it. But just looking at it now, I mean, it is a bit of a cop-out when you think about it. So, they could have, because they did do some pretty good stunts in the actual show itself.
Yeah, they did
have to rely on other footage to sell the show, which is kind of a bit of a strange decision. I mean, I'm sure there's someone out there that's done a re-edit of the intro with stunts from the show, and it probably looks just as good.
Yeah, that would work. I don't know. Yeah, they could have done that for the second season, couldn't they? But I guess
they could.
Because there's enough stunts in the first season.
Yeah.
Well, was the big thing, wasn't it? There's a big stunt at the beginning of an episode.
Yes.
And in the first season, then they would use it at the end to catch the bad guy, even though it wasn't set up and wasn't planned. And
wasn't there one episode where he got given the special car that was going to be for this Bond film that he was supposed to be doing? Oh, we can take that on the mission. It's got a smoke screen. It's got all this cool stuff on it. Might as well use it for the mission. Why not? Yeah,
we won't damage it, honest. But yeah, it was and then they'd always show the big stunt at the beginning, and it was always a complete stunt, like a whole scene from a show, instead of just like one stunt there, next day film the next, and it was all 100 cars crashing. A helicopter will fly in and pick someone up, and then it would just be a complete scene, and then they'd yell cut.
Yeah. I mean, those were probably some of the best stunts they did, but I will say that with some of the action scenes, some of them were a bit hokey here and there. There was a lot of sped up footage of cars and a lot of soundstage back projection stuff, which doesn't look good. It's I think there was one episode with a speedboat chase, and they're using back projection on that. It looks really bad. It doesn't look good at all.
No.
And a lot of quick editing, and as I said, a lot of sped up footage, and it felt a bit rushed in places for some of the action set pieces. Not all the time, but sometimes.
Yeah, I guess they were rushed back then.
Yeah,
Well,
very
when,
tight
like,
schedule.
8 episodes of Star Wars gets 180 million budget. They weren't.
See, this is what makes me so mad about the current climate. You know, they're whining and complaining. Oh, why is this show getting cancelled? Well, you look at how much they spent on that, and I mean, I do know for a fact that Knight Rider probably had a budget of close to $1 million for most episodes, maybe sort of 800, 900,000 an episode. Times that by 22, so like 22 million per series, and Lucasfilm have just wasted nearly 200 on 8 episodes. You do the math, and inflation and all that crap. It's nuts. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, Bravo was a great channel. They did all that stuff back then. If you couldn't watch it, if you
because that's where I first saw Fall Guy. Like, obviously, I don't recall this being on TV way back
in 1980.
I mean, I saw I saw Street Hawk, but I didn't see Fall Guy. But it was that sort of early 2000s period when Bravo had the little orange square in the corner, and I'd come home from work and what's on? Airwolf's on. Oh, Fall Guy. What's this? Created by Glenn A. Oh, Glenn A. Larson did this. Okay, I'll watch this. Heather Thomas. Oh, she's hot. Yeah, I'll watch it. I'm sold. Oh, it's the $6 Million Man. Oh, yeah, I'm in. And that's pretty much how I got into it. Just by seeing who was in it and what it was all about. I was like, this looks pretty cool. I think I'll stay here and watch this. Yeah. And it has always been rerun quite regularly. I know ITV4 did quite a regular run, sort of back in the because I mean this was last decade now. In the 2010s, it was often on ITV4 almost every day. Because we would always have it on in the break room when I used to work at United Airlines. We would just leave ITV4 on all day long, because you'd see Mindy, you'd see The Professionals, you'd see Terry and June, and then you'd see Fall Guy, then you might see Magnum on there as well. Just leave that on. We're not watching ITV with all the daytime stuff. Just leave ITV4 on.
This morning.
Yeah.
Yes, late night TV slot. Any party line commercials? Call now. It's just we did get the party lines in the UK. Yes,
we did get them. Yeah, I do recall some. Yeah,
with priests. Hey, Gregor.
Hey, Gregor.
The 30-minute syndicate episodes are shown on Channel 5 in the late 90s are hilarious.
Yes, those syndicated ones. I mean, I don't know. I'm guessing you're talking about Fall Guy, but I do remember there were some Knight Rider ones that were syndicated for 30 minutes, and they are absolutely terrible. They're unwatchable. And there were some people going, how can Channel 5 do this? It was like, no, NBC did this. They've just taken those prints and they're broadcasting these prints. Channel 5 didn't edit these, But I have heard that maybe Fall Guy had some 30-minute edits as well, from what I've heard. Yeah.
I know they're only 44 minutes tops, but still.
With adverts. But they're unwatchable with that.
If they're doing 30 minutes, then they would have adverts as well.
Exactly.
Half an episode. You wouldn't know what's going on.
No.
Yes, we had the late night party. Yes. 0898.
Yeah.
London Weekend Television Show repeats the Full Guy late at night in late 80s.
See, I would have been in bed by then, so.
Somehow I missed them. I was out banging sluts, I think, probably. I wasn't sitting at home watching a late night telly. I'm sure Hoff got his, as the show went on, got more of the budget.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure he did, yeah.
Yes, remember Bravo having thermometer icons for the amount of sex, violence, and swearing before each program. At least you know when it's worth watching then.
Yeah, it was pretty much all the old school American shows during the day, and then it was like, sex, violence, after 9 o'clock. Yeah.
Red Hot Dutch.
Men and Motors and all that stuff, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Was it Sex Extra? Was that another one?
Possibly. It sounds familiar.
Yeah,
but...
You don't know. Oh, I'm not too sure about that. Hello, Playing Down Under.
Hey, how you doing?
Can actually remember a few party line numbers, so they're added to their jobs.
See, now you mention these party line numbers. I might have one recorded because I used to record all the IndyCar races on ITV. There might be a few of them intact because I know there was one that went 0898 21 21 21. Oh, 20. I might have one.
Yes. How rude. Yeah. Yeah. How much money was wasted for kids styling those? Oh, it's just naked ladies talking to me. Right, so that's the intro with the song. We got Elvira, the cars.
How many trucks do you think they went through?
It was a lot more than they expected.
Yeah, because the jumps looked pretty rough on that truck, and they had to keep on adjusting the suspension and the the sort of underneath of that truck, because some of the jumps they did looked really hard, particularly when they landed down. Yeah,
they went high and fast.
Yeah, because I know there's one shot in the intro, the one they did in the city streets. It's shot at night, like this stupid jump they did, and it lands really awkwardly, and it just wrecks the whole rear of the truck. It starts. It looks really rough on the stunt driver. Yeah. But not easy to do with trucks.
Yeah, they had was it an 82? Yeah, Colt's 82 GMC truck. But yeah, they went. They didn't realize, they thought they'd get along fine with the 2 or 3 ad for the first season, but like you said, the jumps were a bit risque for
and costly as well. Yes.
Yeah. Because it was like, because they got a massive engine, they sort of nosedived, so they had to like balance it at the back.
It was the same with Knight Rider. They had to sort of change the weight distribution for one of the jump cars just so it can land flat, or just use miniatures because it's more
I didn't notice any miniatures, but they might have used them later on as the budgets got bigger.
They might have done. I don't recall any truck miniatures. No. Yeah.
I guess because they're usually jumping over a fence or something, aren't they?
Yeah.
As complicated as a turbo boost.
No. A lot more simpler. Yeah.
Oh, Mike's lurking in the chat.
Hey, Mike.
Oh, they showed good films. I remember them showing a Fulci movies in their cut UK version.
Of course they did.
Yeah. Not really.
Yeah, they might be. Someone might have uploaded some.
But not.
Yeah, not many.
And they're very rare. You get the adverts or trailers. They cut because people cut them out. Yeah, like me. Back in the day. Yeah. Who's pressing pause when the adverts came on? But yeah, be interesting. Bravo came back. I don't know. I think it was only a Sky show channel, wasn't it?
I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah, I don't remember it being ported over when Virgin Media came along or when the other suppliers came on. But I think by then it gone under anyway, or got acquired by someone else, or it merged with something else. I think the last time I saw Bravo was probably sort of late 2000s, maybe sort of mid to late 2000s. Yeah, and then it sort of just disappeared. I don't know what happened to it.
I don't know. Did it become Fox FX?
Possibly. It might have merged with that. It might have merged, possibly.
I'm just saying that because they had some of the same shows. That's my level of thinking.
Yes.
Oh, hang on, I missed one. I'm amazed that the Fall Guy didn't repeat on Channel 4, considering they showed Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea and Lost in Space. Oh yeah. I never watched Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea. I did watch Lost in Space, but it was colorized. Don't watch black and white. Travel Sick. I don't remember that. Doesn't sound. Is it one of the those naughty shows? I remember they got in trouble for showing First Blood uncut at 8 p.m. Ooh.
I remember hearing about this. I don't know if it was true or not. I remember reading it somewhere on forums years ago, but I never saw it.
Is there anything in the first hour that's that bad? I don't know.
Yeah.
All the action takes place in the last half hour, really. Maybe
unless it was like the flashbacks with the torture scenes.
Yes.
Maybe it was that.
Yeah, that would do it. Right. So yes, we've talked about the cast, the crew, the main people.
In terms of
112 episodes altogether. But yeah, because they weren't all bounty hunting episodes as it went on.
Not really. No, they did sort of change it up a bit because I mean that formula can only go for so long.
Yeah. It did. A lot of personal issues came in and friends and stuff like that.
Yep.
Because the final episode, I don't know if you saw that.
No, I didn't see the final one. No, I couldn't find it anywhere.
Yeah, it's just a random episode. It's nothing special, so I don't know if they didn't know they were ending or they just thought they couldn't be bothered to do anything. Change it. It's a bit of an odd one. If I hadn't scrolled so fast, it's good. I don't know. It's not the one I was thinking of. Yeah, the one with Tony Burton. It's about a cult arranges for a bullied teenager to get boxing lessons at a gym. The gym owner, a cop, seeks and gets cult's help for nabbing a drug dealer who uses teenagers to transport drugs. So mostly that's how it ended.
Okay. Yeah, sadly, a lot of the shows would end with these sort of very low key episodes, like with no proper series finale or no sort of proper wrap up. It was just kind of like, well, let's just keep on going, and if it gets cancelled, it gets cancelled. We don't really need a send off. Yeah, it's just the way it was then.
So yeah, there was a few biker episodes, as there always is in any thing.
Of course there is. Yeah.
The first one's not too bad. Where Colt does all these stunts on a bike, playing "Catch Me If You Can" or "Follow the Leader," isn't it? Where they have to drive over a thing, and then he does a big jump, and they have to do a big jump, and then slowly all the bikers lose. But yeah, then there's this. Then they came back again, where they made that poor Heather dress up again. I should have just.
Yes.
Looks like a hooker. A very expensive one. I think Parallel showed episodes of badly dubbed porn. So that PG porn. Travel Sick had FHA guy Grub Smith doing gross challenges as he travels across the globe. That's why I didn't watch it.
No idea what you're on about.
Leave that to that idiot Ricky.
Yeah.
Let him damage himself. Yes, good for them for defying that 9 p.m. watershed. Because it's pretty stupid. Because most kids back then weren't asleep by 9 p.m. anyway.
No, probably won't. No, I forget which what film were we watching the other night. It was on one of the free-to-air channels, and someone dropped an S-bomb. It was like, they're not going to edit that, and then my wife just said, "Kids are watching TikTok. They're not watching TV, so they don't care anymore."
That's very true, isn't it? Yeah, TikTok or the 2 seconds of fucking TikTok that just repeats itself for 60 seconds. Yes. Dr. Impossible doesn't believe me. Just made Heather blush, indeed. Yeah, she's peering over the top there. But would you recommend this film TV show to anyone?
I mean, if you're really into the 80s and you like certain 80s shows, and this is one that you haven't seeked out yet, I'd say give it a go, because it has the same sort of vibe, the same sort of look. You'll see the same familiar faces. And with these shows, it was always, episode of the week. It wasn't sort of ongoing storylines like, here's Colt Seavers, this is what he's going to do this week. That's just the way TV was then. We watched the main star to sort of go out, do his thing, and have a good time. Yeah.
Yeah, in a cool car.
Yeah. Cool truck. Yeah. But in terms of some of the others, ranking it with some of the other ones, I mean, watching it back again, I found it sort of okay. It didn't sort of blow my mind, but
no.
I had a good time watching it. I did chuckle a few times, and I do admire the charm of it as well. But it didn't sort of really blow my socks off watching it again.
I used to love it as a child, all the stunts and the action and cars. I mean, but then Heather Thomas. But then,
of course,
watching it this time, I have tried to watch it before about 20-something years ago when it was on or whatever it was.
Yeah,
but then watching it now, it was just same old, same old. By the time I was in season 3, it was just this is more of the same. And watching it bulk.
And of course, when I was trying to sort of find episodes on YouTube and the link you sent me as well, like I didn't really sort of do it in any order. I just sort of picked one randomly, and it made no difference whatsoever.
Yeah, you won't lose any information watching the 5th season than the first.
Yeah. Also, the only difference is the character change from series 1 to 2 with Marky Post. That's pretty much the only change that they made.
Yeah, that's the only one I could see. Yeah, they keep the same truck. They keep the same trio.
Yeah.
They only change from less bounty hunting, but there you go. Buster was shown on one of the channels during the day recently, and they missed the pretty blatant F-bomb during the robbery planning scene. Oh dear.
Okay.
Someone got fired for that one, if anyone noticed. But was it Dukes of Hazzard, $6 Million Man, Knight Rider? They all had TV movies, didn't they, back in the 90s? But I guess this one didn't.
No, I don't recall this one having them. No, and I think either Lee wasn't up to it or didn't want to do it, or
because he was in Ash versus Evil Dead was the last time I saw him a couple of years ago.
Okay,
he's Ash's dad.
Yeah, and in terms of stuff that he's doing now, I guess he's probably just retired and just enjoying the royalties. I guess. Yeah.
Was he 80s?
He's still kicking around. Yeah, he's still.
Because his wife, I think, is in her 50s. Let's have a look. But Douglas Barr's directing, like I said, had a still doing some TV.
Mm-hmm.
He was born in 1939, which makes him
over 80. Yeah.
yes.
Yes.
But yeah, still acting. Done 2 films last year. Fall Guy cameo this year, but still going. Won't return my emails. Doing voices in Thunderbirds Are Go. He was in an episode of the Magnum reboot.
Okay.
And Fuller House.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bless him. Still plenty of energy.
Yeah.
Well, that's it then.
Yes. I was just going to say, in terms of the actual stunt performers behind the scenes, was there any names you recognised?
No.
No. Because the only one I did recognise was Vince Dedrick Jr. He was really the only name I saw, but from the looks of it, he was only around during like the first few episodes in series 1. Yeah. But I do know that a few years later he went on and did MacGyver, and he was pretty much the stunt guy for MacGyver throughout its whole run. Yeah, as well as doing film work as well.
Yeah,
that was really the only sort of familiar stunt name that I recognised on the credits.
Yeah.
I didn't really recognise any others.
I was the same. I don't think I've spoken. Was it? Yeah, maybe because 96 people did the stunts.
Let's have a look for him.
Let me just have a quick look at Rick Avery. Only did 4 episodes, but yeah, he didn't remember much of them. They were just basic stunts when I spoke to him.
Yeah.
Andy Gill. Know that name.
No.
Jack Gill. Yeah, unknown episodes. Like I said, when I interviewed him, he didn't know
Yeah,
what stunts he did.
Yeah, Jack Gill's brother. Yes, Andy Gill. Yes. Yeah.
Gene LaBelle's also in a lot of episodes, but got Terry Leonard.
Oh, okay. So,
but Dar Robinson did the Carter plane transfer. But yeah.
Legend.
But most of these are uncredited, so that's probably why they don't just randomly turn up to something.
Yeah, because you said it's
going
uncredited.
Some people.
Yeah, uncredited. Yes. Yeah.
But where was it? Was it Rick Avery said he didn't like the film? Showed the stunt people as these like hick country bumpkins just out for a good time. Didn't show them in a good light, especially with the unprofessional bit where she you haven't seen it. She makes him do a stunt over and over that gets him hurt because they had a breakup, and he said, doesn't show that wouldn't happen.
Yeah. I mean, I might give the film a go at some point, but after watching the trailer, I was like, no, I'd rather watch Hooper, to be honest. Just give me that.
That is a better film.
It is.
Yeah, it's if you go in without thinking it's Full Guy, but it is a lot of green screen CGI action.
Yeah, I mean, if it comes up on Film 4 or something, then I'll give it a go then, because they won't pay anything for it. So. It's about 3 years' time.
Yeah. Right then. If there's nothing more.
I can't really think of anything else, but as I said, but in terms of recommending it, it's okay, but only seek it out if you're well into the 80s and you love your 80s shows and this is one you never saw.
Yeah.
Give it a whirl, yeah. But I would say it's not as good as Knight Rider or A-Team. They're more popular. I think their stunts were better overall, I would say. And but yeah, it's just okay. It's sort of in the middle, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think because it only like Street Hawk and Manimal only ran for a few episodes, so they have a bit more
cult status
value.
Yeah. Same with Automan as well. That was the other one, wasn't it? That sort of had a very short run.
Yeah, so it helped boost them because it's a quick watch. But when you've got 5 seasons, 112 episodes, and then interchangeable, it's just
it gets tough. Yeah.
So there we go.
Yeah.
Well,
there we go.
Thanks, Mr. Dan and Horror. 2 thumbs up. And Michael Myers, Dr. Possible, David Carroll, and everyone else. Mike lurking in the chat, playing Down Under. We'll say goodnight. And what am I doing tomorrow? Tomorrow I've got 80s kids TV shows with puppets.
Oh, yes. That'll be a good one.
We'll see. The Fall Guy was good stuff.
It's good stuff, yeah.
It's good stuff. Perfect ending. All right, then. Thanks for everyone. Till next time. Good night.
Take care.
Bye-bye.